Welcome back to Throne Talk, your brand new home for all things royal, dramatic, and sometimes downright scandalous. If you're new here, and let's face it, you probably are, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started on this journey of royalty and gossip, and trust me, you don't want to miss what we've got in store. Alright, let's talk about the royals who might just win the title of the rudest of them all. Yep, today we're diving into the turbulent and let's just say, sharp-tongued lives of Princess Margaret and Lord Snowdon. These two were not just royalty. They were basically the OG definition of don't mess with me. So let's set the stage. It's 1960. Princess Margaret, the younger sister of Queen Elizabeth II, marries Anthony Armstrong-Jones, a brilliant and dashing photographer who would later become Lord Snowdon. The world is enchanted. I mean, it's a royal wedding. Who wouldn't be? But behind the scenes, this wasn't exactly your fairy tale romance. Oh no. These two were like a reality TV show before reality TV was even a thing. Think of them as the original drama duo, except with tiaras and very, very expensive cameras. Let's start with Princess Margaret. Now, if you've ever been described as opinionated, trust me, Margaret could give you a run for your money. She was known for her sharp wit and an even sharper tongue. There's a story about her telling someone at a party, "If you have nothing to say, don't speak." Ouch. That's the kind of comment that makes you reconsider your entire life's vocabulary, isn't it? But here's the thing about Margaret. She wasn't trying to be mean. Well, not always. She just had high standards. Some might call it being haughty. I like to think of it as being selectively sociable. And then there's Lord Snowdon. Oh boy. Anthony Armstrong-Jones, aka Lord Snowdon, was a man of many talents, and even more fiery outbursts. Despite starting as a commoner, he had the kind of confidence that could fill Buckingham Palace. This man had a habit of leaving Princess Margaret notes listing all the reasons he disliked her. Can you imagine? Like, "Dear Margaret, just a reminder. You chew too loudly, and also your tiara is crooked." Okay, that's not an actual note, but you get the idea. Let's just say their marriage was volatile. But it wasn't just the occasional snarky remark or icy glare. Their relationship was a full-on soap opera. Both of them had their fair share of, extracurricular activities. Princess Margaret had flings with people like Anthony Barton and Roddy Llewellyn. And Lord Snowdon wasn't exactly sitting at home knitting scarves either. He had his own long-term relationship with journalist and Hills and others. It was less happily ever after, and more Game of Thrones, Royal Edition. Now you might be thinking, okay, they were rude, but were they really that bad? Well, yes and no. On the one hand, their sharpness and drama made them seem aloof and detached, like royalty on steroids. But on the other hand, they were products of their time. They were navigating a world of intense public scrutiny and personal desires that didn't always align with royal expectations. It's kind of like trying to stay calm while playing Monopoly with your family. You want to flip the board, but you know everyone's watching. But let's pause for a second. If you're enjoying this deep dive into royal drama, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to Throne Talk. It's free, it's fun, and it helps us bring you even more juicy stories like this one. Alright, let's get back to Margaret and Snowdon. The thing about these two is that they weren't just rude for the sake of being rude. Their sharp personalities came from somewhere. Margaret grew up in the shadow of her sister, Queen Elizabeth, which probably wasn't easy. She was always the spare, never the heir, and that dynamic can really mess with you. As for Lord Snowdon, he was an artist and a creative genius, but also someone who had to adapt to a world of strict royal protocol. It's like asking a rock star to perform at a library. Boundaries were bound to get crossed. Their marriage officially ended in 1978, but by that time, the cracks had been visible for years. Their arguments, infidelities, and fiery personalities made headlines long before their divorce. And even after their split, their legacy as two of the most complex and, let's be honest, dramatic royals lives on. So, were they the rudest royals ever? Maybe. Or maybe they were just human, flawed, complicated, and trying to figure things out in a world where every move was scrutinized. Either way, their story is a reminder that even royalty isn't perfect. And that's it for today's Royal Deep Dive on Throne Talk. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more royal drama, gossip, and history. Until next time, keep it royal, keep it real, and we'll see you soon.